What's up, homies? All right, we are back to the boardroom talk. Content marketing for real estate agents. We're talking all videos, okay? If you want to actually grow your social media, especially your YouTube channel, then you need to massively avoid what I'm going to show you with data and analytics today. And as you can see right here, this is one of my YouTube channels, one of my 13 YouTube channels, and it absolutely died right here. And in fact, if you look at the chart, I mean, this thing was going up nice, growing, straight down. And if you look, it is headed down and it completely died. Why did it do that? I'm gonna cover that in this video. We're gonna talk all things content marketing for lead generation. If you're only into getting views, subscribers, followers, get the hell out of my video. I don't want you, okay? I break down videos, I break down YouTube deeper than anybody you're gonna find, and it's all gonna be with data and analytics. I want you to win at the end of the day and get leads. So what I decided to do, I'm coaching, a ton of agents, and basically through those coaching, I wrote down the 5 biggest mistakes that I have to coach people out of. And when they do that, their channels erupt and they get a ton more leads and they close a lot more deals. So that's what we're gonna break down today. So I will be keeping you up to date with the top 5 biggest content marketing mistakes that I see and how to avoid them. But first, we got to figure out what in the hell happened here. So when I look at this stuff, I base everything that I do off of data analytics. I'll never just take somebody's word for it. I've done this. I got 13 YouTube channels. I've got them all across the country. If you've seen a YouTube for real estate teacher out there, I'm sorry, they've came through my program and then they've ripped it off and now they're trying to sell it. The only reason I say that is because so many misconstrued, tactics get put out there. And in fact, a lot of my old tactics is what they still teach. And then that's what happens here. So I've adapted, okay? People ask me all the time, Jackson, I've been following you for years now, teaching this YouTube stuff. You used to teach this and now you teach that. What the hell? Yeah, you got to adapt. You got to adjust. When I started this, there was nobody doing it, right? I created my own competition. There's thousands of agents, and in some of my markets, there's 50 to 100 to 200 agents doing this. You got to be the best of the best, right? You got Belichick, NFL coach, greatest of all time, loses Tom Brady, can't win a game, right? You got LeBron James, one of the greatest players ever, averaged 2 3-pointers a game at the beginning of his career, now 6 to 8. He adjusted, okay? You have to adjust. These are the most common mistakes I see, and you have to be the best. So what the hell happened? Let's get into it. We'll talk about 4 other massive mistakes that I see. I will let you guys know. First of all, whenever I see something with a channel, and I coach a lot of agents, and they want to go, well, I think this and I think that, zip it. Let me see your analytics and I'll explain it, okay? That's how I coach. That's how I teach, because it never lies. We go into the content tab here. We got to figure out this is what I'm going to look at, okay? So what happened is I flew there. I used to fly across the country to all these markets. I would meet up with, whoever my partner was there. I would shoot a bunch of videos. The channel would blow up quickly. We'd start generating a lot of leads, and then it was up to them to kind of keep it going. And as you can see, this channel was started September of 2020, and you can see, there's only maybe 20 something videos on here, and there's actually over a year gap in a lot of these. So this one really, just kind of died. And one big mistake I see is that people rush and they do way too much too quick and they burn themselves out. But that's not what happened here. There is something that basically happened, and that was January of 2023 when we looked at the analytics dashboard, the analytics here, and we go lifetime. And I want you guys to know that I'm not bullshitting. I want to click on this. January of 2023, okay? Let's go to the content tab, and basically you start noticing, after this video, there's a massive gap. And this is mistake number 1, is the massive gap. And you think that's what I'm talking about? No, it's not. This is. Bozeman favorite things to do. I've actually coached probably 2 or 3 dozen real estate agents who had videos go viral. It blew up their channel. They got way more views. They got way more subs. They felt amazing. And guess what? People recognize them. Oh my God, they got so many views, subscribers. Guess what they do? They email me and go, Jackson, I don't know what the hell happened, but I went from getting 3, 4, 5 to 8 to 10 leads a week to nothing. I don't have any leads. I don't get it. My channel's blowing up. Well, they start doing these videos, favorite things to do, top 5 things to do, and their channel erupts because YouTube likes that. But guess who searches that shit? vacationers. They don't want to buy homes. So avoid at all costs doing things to do videos in your market because it brings in the wrong traffic. And then when you try to go back and talk about real estate or you talk about, young person opinion, again, a lot of this is on his behalf. It's not the list of the titles that I gave him. Land watch, exclusive land call, rentals in Bozeman, Airbnb. We got a little bit derailed there, right? And you got to also notice that, this is 22 now and then 24. So there's year gaps. Again, it's pretty obvious to see what happened there, but there's a lot more that you need to know about what happened. And number one, this is a video that if you followed me at any length or if you've looked across, you'll see a lot of these YouTube videos in many markets. Avoid moving to unless you can handle these, right? These are videos that started erupting. And whoever kind of did them first or did them best, they would lead like the ranking of that city suburb and they would drive thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, and sometimes millions of views to your YouTube channel. I ain't shitting you. These would blow up. And so it was something that we kind of taught early on too, like, hey, it's not bad to have some pros and cons video, some avoid moving their videos. I know that just went off, but oh, well, I just spoiled it. What the hell happened right here? We'll get to that. Anyways, these are videos that we used to teach. I don't do them anymore. I don't like bringing any of that negative attention, and it can bring an audience of people who are there to just combat, right? I've learned and I've been able to 10x, 20x my YouTube channels now by actually avoiding these videos. So again, you're like, Jackson, you teach this. You're always talking about it. I've adjusted. I don't do them anymore. And so I kind of stay away from them. And you might be like, well, what the hell happened here? Because this thing was on a runner, homie. It was until this day. And let's play the video. So if you're getting ready to move to Montana, better get used to seeing these bad boys because we love. So my guess to this is seeing the old AR-15 in the video, which worked for a couple of these. Some of them haven't been taken off, some have. I think old Mr. Wilkie got shadow banned right here. So any of these avoids, I brought up a gun. I think I was a little bit more risque than most. This actually worked in a couple markets and it went crazy viral, but I didn't keep doing it. Mistake that I see in content marketing is that we'll find something that gets a lot of views and then we double down, we triple down, we just completely change everything that we've done in the past and we only do those. So I've seen people do these avoid moving, that is all they shoot, right? And so it brings a lot of negative attention. It brings a lot of people who are there just to fight people in the comment section. They're not there to buy houses. And it can not only make you go crazy, but it makes the channel go crazy. Two is those agents that I've coached where they've done top 5 things to do in an area, top 10 things, and they get just tens of thousands of views. And the craziest part is I dissected the analytics of a couple channels that did that, and their charts would look like this. They would kind of go up and spike like that, then go like this, then spike like that. And I was like, well, what is it? And if you looked right here and you read the time frame there and there, it was usually right around like July or August of summer. So people were touring, people were vacationing, and every summer these videos just got these massive spikes, and all it did was bring in vacationers. And then, as you saw, if we go back to the channel content, then you try and hit them with a little bit of real estate stuff, and they don't watch it. So now he went back to Houston, hottest suburbs. I love these videos, hot suburbs, map videos. They're killers. What happened? Well, first of all, look at that description. Come on, Michael, what the hell are you doing? 2, okay, it never took off. Like, people did not accept this. His whole audience is this new audience of things to do in Bozeman. If you look at the analytics, a lot of the top drivers and searchers to the search to the channel is vacation and things to do. Now, one last thing, videos not to do. I actually just got off a coaching call yesterday and an agent was like, well, I can't film by myself. It's tough and I'm tripping over myself. And, can I just do some video footage and then just kind of like, do a voiceover or maybe green screen myself in? Back in the day when there was no competition, yeah, it worked. Nowadays, I told him, I said, dude, I'm struggling to say this. If you have an issue with maybe tripping and falling down, and if you're out there, you know who you are, and we walked through this, and I got your back because you're one of my coaching students. But I've heard all these excuses of why you can't get out there and film. It's because you're scared, right? And he's like, I'm terrified. I hate it. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you right now, it doesn't work. This video, which has a pretty decent number, is not getting out there, right? YouTube does not like this video. If you see it,
hi, this is Michael Green with the Living in Bozeman
he's
channel.
little.
Today I'm going to cover
He's green
Bozeman's
screen.
hottest suburb.
Okay, this is not appealing to people. It doesn't look real.
But Manhattan, you're going to...
Okay, so people are going to do these type of videos because they're very simple. And when things are simple, they'll keep doing it, but they don't generate any leads. Now, what we need to do is talk about what videos to do. So here's something that I want to do, and this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I want to really break it down into what works and what doesn't work. Again, this is my Houston, Texas channel. This is the one I currently live here, so this is the one that I'm working on the hardest, the most, and we can get a lot of data, a lot of information from this channel that helps you guys, okay? So if we get into the analytics here, you're going to notice a few things. Now, we are still on number one mistake of content marketing for realtors. We're going to talk about number two, which is video structure and scripts. Number three, what YouTube actually likes. We're going to break down what YouTube likes. Number four is the calls to action. How do we generate 200, 300 leads a month? One, we got a big ass channel. Two, I follow my data, my analytics, and I pivot. I only work on videos where we generate calls. They may not get as many views as other videos. I don't care. I want calls. I will give that to you. And lastly, it's going to be your entire YouTube content marketing plan. How many videos, when to shoot them, when to upload, all of that stuff. But you might be noticing something here. This is really low. And if you're looking at this, you're like, man, that channel sucked ass for so long and now it's finally good, right? That's not really the truth. This is actually a really important learning lesson because this is when I made my big shift, right? I just told you that you've got to adjust. You have to do things that actually work. And this is when I had to, it was a really tough pill to swallow right here because I'd been doing things my way for so long and I kind of took the platform for granted and I had to reteach myself. So when is this? June 13th of 2023. So what we have to do is look at the analytics. So we can't lie, and we're going to do a custom one from the beginning of time to June. What was that? June of 23. So we're going to go 6-6, just June 6th of 23, right? That's going to give us some data to look at. Now it looks a little bit better, right? This is, in fact, I want to go back to lifetime. I want to make sure I don't have any of the new stuff in there. Yeah, June 3rd of 23 is when I had a little bit of a spike. We'll go with it. You can see actually here, it's hard for you. That's the low point, like really, really low point, which is December 7th. So we can actually use that. That'll be better for you guys to see what I did wrong. So we'll go custom. That was December of 23. So we'll change this. Guys, I do this all the time. 12-1-23, and we're gonna apply that, and then we're gonna be able to get some more data. You're gonna be able to see, God, hold on, lifetime, custom, 22, bear with me. You guys are out there like, no, it's 22, you dingleberry. Sorry about that. So June 6th, 22. This, my friends, is 1 year, 343 days. Let's just call that 2 years, right? So we had actually a really good growth up and it really started to die. So the only thing that I do notice is it wasn't a growth up the whole time. Actually, it was a really good growth up right here chart wise until about there. And then we fell down, right? We really started to hit rock bottom for me personally, for this channel. And so this is what we're going to break down. When it comes to content marketing, you have to know what videos to shoot and what videos to avoid shooting. So with this, I want to break it down real quick. See more. This is where we break down all of our analytics. Okay. Now, if we go here, the top video, avoid moving to Texas, right? Isn't that crazy? This is a video that I did a lot, and you're probably like, well, I shoot it all the time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I might have unlisted this, which we won't be able to see in this view. We'd have to go to lifetime view. But what I want to show you guys, first of all, is the content tab too, because when you're out there talking about what videos to shoot and what not to shoot, check this out. YouTube Shorts, I did 2 of them for this channel, and I have to go to lifetime to get them. We had 2 of them go on there, and if I was teaching shorts, look at that, massive spikes. I got 11,300 views, 367 likes, and I actually picked up 36 subscribers. So YouTube Shorts are something that are really, really gonna be enticing. In fact, I just had an email from an agent who hit me up. He's got a YouTube channel for the past couple years. He's got 5,500 subscribers. You guys would look at his channel and be like, oh, I would die to be there, right? He has 987 videos on his YouTube channel. He has 5,500 subscribers. It's littered with all the wrong videos. And as he's somebody who may get put on a stage for having 5,500 subs and viral shorts, that is actually a guy who emailed me and said, dude, I need your help because I haven't gotten a lead for months, if not years. Like, this channel is dead. You know what I told him? I'm sorry, bro. I've actually had a few other students like this who had to completely turn their channel off and start a new one. So you might have to, I don't know, you got to get into our coaching program, and that's how I can figure this out. But yes, these shorts are the biggest killer to your YouTube channel on planet Earth, and I'm here to prove it, right? 42% of the views come from the shorts feed. Look, I'm telling you right now, people moving across the country, they're not living in the shorts feed. These people are weirdos. If you go to the YouTube search, which is how, okay, overall YouTube search, 3% of the views. So 3% of this 11,000 came from search. Now you might be like, well, some of that search, look, it's Houston, Texas. It's, oh my God, it's bringing so many people. 3% of 11,000 views came from search. That's not a lot, right? And let me show you something even worse. When we actually go into the search terms here, yes, it's got some Houston, Texas, but it's also got buy sound effects, it's got dirt bike, it's got street food, it's got American Bullies, bison growl, I don't know what that is, Bukoko challenge, camel toes, are you kidding me? Does this do me any good? No, what I learned is it brings in all of the wrong traffic. Things to do in your market, wrong traffic. Avoid moving, bunch of weirdos in there fighting. YouTube shorts, random ass people. The only reason, in my opinion, that YouTube did shorts was just to clobber the TikToks of the world or whatever and try and bring people over, but it destroyed creators. I'm glad I only did 2, and when they did come out, I was screaming from the top of the mountains to not do them. I did a couple of them just to see, and it was awful. But the worst part about doing YouTube shorts, because I'm gonna teach this later on, look at this. Average view duration, 23 seconds. That's a killer. 76,000 impressions. These videos went out to 76,000 people, and all I got was 23 seconds of average view duration. So this is the shit right here that is destroying not only YouTube channels, but real estate agents' businesses and life. Like, I've actually had a few agents have to get out of real estate who used to close 6, 8, 10, 12, 20 deals from YouTube, and their channel is dead, and they completely lost their mind. Like, I'm telling you right now, it's because of these YouTube shorts. It's about the things to do. We're going to get actually into, you know, a little bit later, what videos to shoot, structure, scripts. Don't miss it. It'll be towards the end of this video. But again, if you guys are liking these, the boardroom talk, just throw me some comments down below. Hey, loving these videos, thumbs up, you know, keep these things going, whatever you want, just so I know you guys are enjoying them. But again, I'm going to teach this stuff in more depth than you'll find anywhere. So then what we got to do is go back to the content tab and get to videos, and then we can really start breaking down the differences, right? So if we went back to that custom, we'll go to June 6. I'll just do June again. I don't really care. 22. What we're going to notice right here, if we go to see more traffic source, this is where you start getting kind of the proof in the pudding. We had our top driver was browse, which is good. This is what I want nowadays. I used to teach just YouTube search. That's how all my channels were. And there's a reason why YouTube search was #1. I'll get to that in a little bit. And if YouTube search is your #1 driver to your YouTube channel, you're in trouble, okay? This is actually what I coach a lot of my students on right now, is how to get this YouTube search down the list. We actually don't want that right now, believe it or not. But it was a real even race right here. 28, almost 30% of my views coming from search, 33 from browse, and only 25 from suggested. The crazy part is, I love getting into the browse feed. That's what really blows up a channel. You have to have really good long videos to do that. My average view duration was 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Suggested videos, they're always going to be your longest average view duration, 9.34, 9 minutes 34 seconds. Now, I want you to remember this if you guys can, okay? Help me remember this. This is a data point from September of 20 to June. Do you remember when I did that? And it was 1 year, 300. So for 2 years, 2 years doing it my old way, we had 2.3 million impressions, 1 million views, okay? We closed a lot of homes, but not that many. 2 million impressions. So the other thing is I want to talk about is and I hope this isn't too much for you guys. Again, this is how I teach. I know the stuff better than any human on planet. I created the entire Living In YouTube program. So if you've seen these thousands of Living In channels, I created it. So I know this stuff more than anybody. And I keep referencing the coaching. You can email me down below if you're interested in it, but this coaching program is not for everybody. In fact, you can't book a call with our team. You're not going to just get into this by paying. I'm actually filtering it because I only want like the top of the top, because I can take people who put in the work. So if you are interested in this coaching program that I'm talking about, my email is down below in the description. It's info@jacksonwilkie.com. That you get weekly coaching with us, right? So you're going to get coaching with me personally. And that's what I've learned actually, is that you guys want me, right? So the way that I'm able to dig these agents out and just dominate their markets quickly is because of all of this work that I put into their channels and to them, right? So again, shoot me that email, info@jacksonwilkie.com. And the cool part is actually a lot of the agents that join me decide to come over to EXP and join me in my downline. I give them that for free. That's an absolute crazy bonus, homies. So what we need to do, this thing is all jacked up. I want to go back because it has all these hashtags. We are definitely in the wrong thing here. I want to go to see more, traffic source, YouTube search. Now you're going to notice something. The Woodlands, Texas was my #1 driver. My old teachings would have said, well, shit, you need to do all these videos on the Woodlands completely, right? Then it was Houston, then Living In, then Katy, then Sugarland, then moving, you know. That's good. Like, I dominated a lot of suburbs, and this method still kind of works, but my new method of right, we're looking at good data points here, but remember, if we compare it to where we're at now, we're like 10x. So something happened. This is good, but we need to get better. So again, I avoided going to what I basically was doing here after the vlogs was about a year and a half, 16, 18 months of straight up studio videos. Do you remember the Montana where he just stood there in the corner and had stuff behind him? Look, that's just kind of the old way of doing things, and with more and more competition out there, you got to get better, right? I have a lot of sports analogies, but when Tiger came in, he was beating people by 12, 15, 20 strokes, and nowadays he goes out there, what did he do? He created his own competition. All these dudes can drive it farther. They have better putting, better short game. He was the best when it was just compared to really not that good a talent, and now he taught everybody. And I'm kind of comparing myself to that because I have taught this in such detail, especially my coaching students, that they're getting better and better and better. And you can't just have crappy videos out there. Have you ever told yourself or been to a marketing event for real estate and they're like, doesn't matter, just turn your phone on. Anything is better than nothing. It's actually complete bullshit. If you do a bunch of random stuff, it kills your marketing. Don't do that, okay? So now that we've seen some real data points there, we need to go from this part here. I'm gonna, just so you guys can see it and I'm not making nothing up, right here, which is June 28th of 23. So we will do custom, perfect, June 29th. We'll just change that to there's the board, 23. And then this we're gonna go to today, 9/5/24. Not sure when you're seeing this, but that is a year and 70 days selected, and that should be correct. Okay, so now we're at the June 29th of 23 to today, 24, right? Now, you're gonna see some massive changes. I gotta get rid of some of that red. She gone. Oh, and a lot of you are asking, what's this board? Look down in the description. I'll try and remember to put it in the pinned comment, but I actually can get you this board with a coupon. So you pay the same, you know, with my link. I do get a little bit of a bump, but you'll actually get a coupon. You'll get it discounted through me, so you guys can look for it on there. When we talk about, you know, content marketing mistakes and stuff, I am evolving, I'm changing, and so from this point forward, you can see that every one of my videos, besides 2 of them really, are they are outside vlogging. So the #1 shift that I made when you see that data point, which was kind of dying, and then now, you know, it bumped way up and it stayed up. And do you remember on that one graph when it was kind of, it bumped up a little bit from a flat line? That was when I made a promise to myself, okay, screw it. People are going to YouTube because they want to see it with their eyes, these areas. So I'm going to vlog every video from now on. I'm never going to be in the studio again. I had to do these ones because my partner was out of town. I think there was a massive storm. We couldn't go out and film, but I did these like hour-long map videos. And these, believe it or not, even though I told my partner, I'm like, these aren't going to blow up compared to our other ones. Our other ones just go crazy because it's a different style and they like these style. But I bet you anything these are going to generate more leads. Map videos, if you can get good at map videos, you can generate a ton of business. So that is actually a strategy that I help people that are shy behind cameras or don't want to get out and vlog. Man, I would literally be creating a weekly series of map videos. Again, in my coaching program, I have actually filmed myself doing map videos and I give it to my students and they can just basically copy it. I'm telling you right now, map videos get my longest average view durations too. Clients love them. So that's why I did those. And I want, if you guys see that, I want you guys to know why I did it, okay? But if we go here, we're gonna go to the See More tab. This is the last, again, what did I say? A year and 40 days. So this is only 12 months. Holy shit. This, you guys, now I gave you guys a little bit of homework, right? What was it? How many impressions did I get in the first, how many, that was 2 years. It was a year, 350 something days. Okay. So in the first 2 years, I only had 2.3 million impressions. In the last 1 year, in 1 month, 13 months, 65 million impressions. What the hell am I doing differently? We're about to get into that, homies. And we've had 5.2 million views in just the last year. Jackson, you said at the beginning of this, if you want views and subscribers and followers, get the hell out of my video. Yeah, bro. This is what's generating now 300 reach outs, phone calls, emails, text messages a month. In the month of July, we closed $266,000 GCI in that 1 month from this YouTube channel. 266, isn't that, that's just insane, right? So we'll definitely do over $1 million GCI. And the only thing I wanted to tell you about this is not to brag, but there was a major shift in strategy. 65 million impressions. If we look now, we've got browse features #1 again at the top. 2 suggested videos. So this is what I'm teaching my students now, is how to get these up to the top. #3 is YouTube search, okay? Only 11.9%. Before the first 2 years, it was 30 something percent, 33% I think came from search. Now I've got 57% plus 23%. I got to do the quick math. That's 80% of my views coming from suggested and browse. Here in a minute, we're going to talk about, what did I say? What is YouTube like? That's what they like, okay? We're going to get to that. YouTube really likes what I'm doing lately. I didn't know it. I'm glad I figured it out. It took me months and months to figure it out. That's actually why I created YouTube 2.0. We call it growth. Some of you know it as growth. Again, it's in our coach. So when you coach with us, that's when I actually allow you access to the course, because and we have 2 of them. If you're brand new to it, but you're a hustler, then we give you core, which is, okay, you're going to get through this course. I'm not just going to coach you if you're not going to go through the work. And then we have growth after that too. So that's the kind of YouTube 2.0, and it is how I broke this down. Need a little break there. Okay, so here we go. I hope you guys are liking this boardroom talk, by the way. It's probably a little bit different than you're used to. Someone sitting there going, hi, I'm going to teach you how to get 500,000 leads tomorrow with this Instagram post. It doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for me. I'm teaching with data analytics. We got to go here to YouTube search. You're going to see something major, big change. Basically, we're just dominating this Houston, you know, Texas, for instance, Houston. And then we got a couple, you know, suburbs, but then it's back to Houston. So my big shift was like, all right, I need to go back to, because I had a realization, you know, I was like, all right, these other cities and suburbs are starting to be my #1 search traffic. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. People must be searching that more. And then I was like, when I go and type Houston, my students, my competitors, they're ranking, but I'm not. And I was like, that means my videos suck ass. And that's what started the whole thing, right? So if I'm going to teach you content marketing for real estate, I'm going to teach you by my mistakes. I got lazy. I did shitty videos. I would just, you know, shoot 8 of them in one day, give them to my editor. I wouldn't look at them. They were 6 to 7 to 8 minutes long. And that's what used to work. And it was very easy. Now I had to get better, right? And that leans into how many videos should you shoot, the structure, scripts, all that stuff. So dude, we're going 30 minutes already. I might have to break this into part 2. You guys are going to have to come back, but I'm still going now. Now, if we go back to traffic source on this, I just wanted to show you one more thing. If we actually go to this, you guys are going to freak out on this device type, okay? Now, you're sitting there and you're like, what video, you know, what are people watching this on? Okay. I got to go get my daughter. Oh shit. Well, yep, we're gonna have to do part 2. Literally, I got a text from my wife. See if you can read that. I'm still at the salon. I need you to go get Wit Dog. That is my daughter. I'm already late, so we're gonna come back because look at TV, mobile phone, 64%, 22%, 88, 87% of my views coming from TV and mobile. Average view duration now 822. That's insane, right? We have 9-minute 43 average view duration on TV. One last thing, see more, traffic source, 15-minute, 23-second average view durations right there, homies. Shit has changed. So when we get back from this video, video 2, I'm going to talk about, because basically I'm breaking down. Don't do these videos, do this, right? Length of videos, all of that stuff. I hope you got a good understanding. We come back, we're going to knock down video structure and script. You guys probably want that one. What the hell do I say? What YouTube likes. So the core ingredients of what YouTube likes. And you probably heard it. Oh, make great videos. No. That's bullshit. I will tell you exactly what YouTube likes, okay? Calls to action, how to get more calls, and then how many videos per week. And there's a huge discrepancy on this because if you're newer, you need to do a certain amount. And if you're established, then you need to do a certain amount, but you actually have to do something before you do that certain amount. I'll break it all down. You know me, homies. So come back for episode 2. If you missed my last boardroom, it's right here. Go check that out. Yeah, that's it. This is probably the best video you've ever seen in your life. All these boardrooms are good. Hit the like button, comment down below, homies. Any question that you have, and if you want to learn more about the coaching, info@jacksonwilkie.com, homies.